Well, since it worked out so well for Diaz, Gumi has decided to give us access to the Gate of Truth and, by extension, Enlightenment. The Japanese word for it is Kaigan, and it's a way that you can limit break your characters above level 85. And I am going to go over the mechanics of it and sort of what you can expect after you open the Gate of Truth. Hopefully, your arm won't hurt too bad and you won't go over to the dark side, but Surgeon General's warnings do apply. So, our first question is obviously the base requirements for a unit to be Kaigen. They need to be have 25 limit breaks and be level 85, and you can push that button in the upper right corner of the center and you can see the requirements for Saburetta to be Kaigen. We need one of those eyeballs and then an assortment of 4 other evolution mats. The eyeball, or the Eye of Truth, is related to the rarity of the unit. Vettel, who's a native 5-star, requires a red eye. Saburetta's native 4-star required that yellow eye. And we're going to be taking a look at Vanicus, and she is a native 3-star, and in order to do her Kaigen, we require the blue eye. And like you can see, the requirements to get into the Kaigen in the first place vary from unit to unit. They tend to be related to the color of the unit, and then sometimes goddesses, sometimes golems, various alchemias, and so on. I forgot to take a video of the actual start of me Kaigening Blanchett, but this is what that button will turn into, and you can see we have 3 available gates and 4 locked gates associated with each sin. And you can interact with them by, hitting the various buttons. We can't unlock that one yet because we don't have enough levels in the first one. And you can see me, I'm going to unlock that one. It requires Blanchett shards, Rathius flags, which are her origin, those envy snakes, which this is the envy gate. And after you get 2 levels, you can go into the sloth gate, and leveling it up again and then again will allow me to unlock that 3rd gate as well. So Envy Gate requires the Envy Snake Idol, Sloth requires the Sloth Bear, and goats are apparently lusty, so we have lusty goats, and those are also required. Every time I open up a gate, the unit will gain 2 max levels, but what they get in addition will vary from unit to unit. So the cost goes up quite a bit as you dive deeper into it. Each gate can be leveled up to 5 times to get those 5 pips at the bottom, and you can see it's various goddess bottles, golems, and so forth, and those Rathius flags. Rathius flags are related to Blanchett's country of origin, which is she's from Rathius. You will always need flags associated with the unit's country. You will need the idol associated with the sin, and then, sometimes rainbow golems, sometimes alchemia, and so forth. And then I am going to max out this first gate. You can see it is the most expensive so far, and I require one of those sin indulgences, the brown paper thing in the bottom right hand corner. Those are incredibly rare. We don't have a lot of access to them, as you can see by the fact that I only have 3 of them, and this is the first unit I've Kaigened, so definitely very rare. And then when I unlocked that 5th gate, I unlocked an additional ability. Each gate is associated with something in particular. The first gate adds even more stats when you reach the end. The second gate changes one of the skills that your character has into a better version of that skill. And the third gate changes their leader skill, improving it. Doesn't change it completely, just improves upon it. Now, after I have done this, I'm gonna do like a quick comparison to Shayna, who I have at level 75. And she is obviously very good, and a native 5-star. And the kind of Kaigan we've done so far has kind of brought Blanchett up to a similar level to Shayna. So that's pretty decent so far. But that's obviously not where we want to stop. I'm just taking a moment to equip Shayna with the regen armor so that they can be on a similar base. So far, really all maxing out that first gate is done is kind of taken a free native 3-star and brought her up to about the same level as a paid 5-star. So not super impressive yet, but here is her with 2 maxed out gates, still working on that third one, and you can see the HP has gotten huge. The attack is a good bit better, the agility a good bit better, and I still have a ways to go. Also kind of invisible on these stats is the fact that Blanchett's Kaigan focuses on her evasiveness, which means that after I take that third gate to 4, I'm not going to max out all of the way because the cost in the Sin Indulgence, she will have a base evasion of approximately 12, with 3 more hidden behind mastering that last gate. She now has 1 passive that gives her a chunk of HP and 10 more evasion, and she has access to the Twin Blade evasion, which gives another 20% for a base total of up to 42% evasion without gear. So obviously, I'm not trying to say Blanchett is the greatest tier unit. Even with her Enlightenment, she's still considered A tier. I chose her because I like her. It is a very resource-intensive decision, so you shouldn't jump into it super hastily. But Alchemist Code DB and the Compendium can guide you towards knowing how many shards you need, how many of the idols you need, and how many of the various evolution mats you need. This is not really something that you should be worrying about as a newer player, but it does allow you the opportunity to sort of know what's ahead, and if you have an easy path to get a Sin Indulgence, you may wish to take it because stocking up on them means that when you do finally have a unit who you are prepared to Kaigan, you will have a lot of your ducks in a row already. As I was showing off a little bit ago, the idols are available from daily dungeons. Currently they're all unlocked, but they are only unlocked on certain days in the future. The Babel Chronicle EXs provide Sin Indulgences and flags. You can go into multiplayer for both the idols and the flags. There's me going to entirely the wrong thing. But basically you can get the flags from the Babel Chronicle EXs. You can get the Sin idols from the dailies. You can get currently the Saga flags are available to drop inside the Lofia EEX dungeon. No idea when those will become available in a persistent event. So regardless, these are some of the ways that you can go about getting the various items and so forth. You'll kind of pick up some here and there even as you're just playing the game, but you'll usually have to go out of your way for them. The only super free one that we got recently was there was a Valentine's Day event which dropped candy coins, and you could trade 1,500 of the candy coins for a Sin Indulgence, and that is what I did and where I got my indulgence, one of them. So that is really huge broad strokes. As always, you know me, I'm just trying to help a little bit of the confusion so that you understand what is going on with a concept that may be unfamiliar to you as you come into the game. So, hopefully, as always, you know a little bit more about it. Try not to worry about it until you're higher level. If you do want to stock up, 275 unit shards is how many shards you will need in order to fully max out all 3 gates of a unit. And that is separate and apart from getting them to LB 25 in the first place. So it's for long-time players. A relatively recent player like myself, I've only been playing for about 3 months. The only characters I'm able to Kaigan are the ones that are free to farm or some 3 stars because of how many dupes we tend to get of them. So anyway, see you next time. As always, let me know if there are any concepts or things that you've heard about that you find confusing and you would be interested in me making a video about. I am, as always, available on the Discord for further questions, and I will catch you next time.